Hi students, in this video we will discuss regarding MODI method, that is modified distribution method of reducing the transportation cost with the help of an optimality test. Now MODI method is the second method in the series of optimality tests. Here we will apply a fixed procedure. This is the practical question that we will do with the help of MODI method. Now to apply the MODI method, first of all we have to calculate initial feasible solution. To calculate initial feasible solution, you can apply any of the methods discussed earlier. Northwest corner method, least square entry method or VAM method. If nothing is written, apply VAM. Otherwise, whatever has been written, you have to apply that. In this question, it was written that you have to go ahead with northwest corner method only. So we will first find the initial feasible solution with the help of northwest corner method. So under the northwest corner method, we have to take first corner, but before that we will see whether the problem is a balanced problem. Yes, from both the sides, total is coming out to be same, so it is a balanced problem. We can start with northwest corner. So this is the first corner, 56 will be allotted here. This will become 0 and 72 minus 56, that is 16 will be coming here. So with this row will be deleted. Now this is the northwest corner, 1682. So we will put a 16 over here and 82 minus 16, it will be 66 over here. So now this column will be deleted. This is the next northwest corner. So we will write here 66 and 102 minus 66 will be 36 over here and this will be 0 over here. So with this will be deleted, only 2 are left. So this is the northwest corner, 36 will be given 0 and we will be left with 41. So 41 will be allotted here, 41 it will become 0. So this is how the northwest corner method will work. Now after applying the northwest corner method, we have found the minimum transportation cost according to northwest corner. We will show this transportation cost, 4 into 56, 16 into 16, 24 into 66, 16 into 36 and 24 into 41. So we will just calculate this. So after doing the calculations, this is the transportation cost that we got with the help of least cost entry method, rupees 3624. Now we will see whether we can apply MODI method now or not. For that we have to just check whether the problem is non-degenerate or not. To check that, we will apply the condition of m plus n minus 1, number of rows in the equation and number of columns in the equation minus 1. It comes out to be 5 and we will check whether there are 5 rims. Yes, there are 5 rims. So we can say that the problem is non-degenerate. And we can start with applying the optimality test of MODI method. There is no issue into that, right? So now we will start applying this. For that, we will prepare this table in a very clear way first. Let's prepare this table. So now we have made this table very clearly. Now for starting the MODI method, first of all, you have to know that there are some used cells and there are some unused cells. First, we are going to start with the used cells that we called stone squares. So we will start with the used cell. So first used cell is this A2, right? A2. So we have to calculate the values of opportunity cost for this, right? So we can say, we can just provide some names to these rows and columns. So we know A is our row number 1. This is our row number 2 and this is our row number 3. This is our column number 1, this is our column number 2 and this is our column number 3. So we can just first of all name our rows and columns. So see, we have given the names of row 1, row 2, row 3, column 1, column 2, column 3. So first of all we are calculating for the used cell. This is my first used cell A1, right? So if I want to know this used cell's value, I will write R1 plus C1 or K1. If I have put the name of these columns as K1, K2, K3, so I can write R1 plus K1. What is the value? It is equal to 4. This is equal to 4, right? So now for the second used cell, now this is empty, this is empty. This is my second used cell. This is designed by row 2 and K1. The name of the cell is B1 and this cell has been designed with row 2 plus K1, row 2 plus K1, and its cost is 16 rupees. Now this is my next used cell, that is B2, and this cell has been designed by R2 plus K2 and its value is 24. After that, this is my used cell, that is C2, and this cell has been designed by R3 plus K2 and its value is 16. So just observe, we are putting transportation costs value. And in the last, this is my used cell, last used cell. I will write this also. This is C3 and this has been designed by R3 and K3 and its value is 24. So like this, you will be writing the values of all the used cells from the question. Right? Now once you write these values, you have to further start the question. How we will start it? From these equations, we will try to find the values of R and K. So we will start with letting any one of them to be 0. So I am letting R1 to be 0. So you can let any one of them to be 0. If R1 is 0, what will be the value of K1? We will put here, K1 will be 4. If K1 is 4, what will be the R2? Just put in the second equation, it will be 12. So you will see the values will keep coming. If R2 is 12, what will be the value of K2? It will be again 12 by putting in this equation. If K2 is 12, what will be the value of R3? Put it here, it will be 4. If R3 is 4, the value of K3 will come out to be 20. So like this, you have to find the values of all the R's and K's. And once you receive these values, just put these values in the table where we have written R1, K1 like that. Okay. So R1's value we calculated, we will put those values over here. So from our calculations, R1 has come out to be 0. Just write it like this. R2 has come out to be 12. We will write it here. R3 has come out to be 4. Write it here. Then from the calculation, K1, that is our column, K1 has come out to be 4. So I am writing here 4. K2 has come out to be 12. So this is 12. And K3 has come out to be 20. So we have put the values like this. So whatever calculations you have done, just put those values over here. Now after putting these values, what you have to do is, now we have just played with the used cells now. Now we will start with the unused cells. As we all know, unused cells, they are also called water squares. So we will calculate the values of water squares unoccupied cell. So this is my first unoccupied cell, that is A2. How we will calculate its opportunity cost? Actually, we are calculating the opportunity cost for these cells as we have calculated in case of stepping stone method. Same way we are calculating. Now see for A2, this is the cell 8. Just in front of that, what has been written? 8 minus 0 minus 12. Just observe these columns. This value minus, again straight, what is the value, and above what is the value. So 8 minus 0 minus 12. So my first opportunity cost have come out to be minus 4. Second unused cell is this, that is A3. And if I want to calculate its opportunity cost, 8 minus 0 minus 20. So 8 minus 0 minus 20. So it will be minus 12. Second opportunity cost. Third unused cell is this. So this is my B3. For this, 16 minus 12 and above is 20. So 16, this is going to be minus 16. Now next unused cell is this. This is C1 and its value will be 8 minus 4 and minus 4. So this will be 0. So these are my 4 opportunity costs. Now from these opportunity costs, first I will have to see whether all these are positive. If these are positive, then this is the optimum solution. But in this case, many negative values are there. we have to choose the highest negative value. This is the highest negative value out of all the opportunity cost. Then you have to observe your B3 cell. This is my B3 cell. Now you have to make a loop for this cell as we have done in the stepping stone method. So if I want to make a loop, I can see a very clear loop from here, here and coming back, right? Same rules, plus, minus, right? So now again the same rule, see the negative corners, 66, 41. Look at the rims. Select the minimum, add here, minus here, add here, minus here, and make a new table. Now let's make a refresh table from this old table. Now just observe these two tables. I have written all the transportation costs because it will not change. Change will come in the rims of these four cells. So first rim will be same, no change. This will again be same, no change. Here the changes will come. Now the least value is 41. So 66 minus 41, it will be 25 over here. Here there was no rim, so 0. 0 plus 41 will be 41. 41 minus 41 will be 0, need not write here. And 36 plus 41 will be 77 over here. So now see, from the old table, a new refreshed table has been designed. Now from this table, again we will see whether it is an optimum table or not. First of all, show its transportation cost. You will calculate the transportation cost like earlier, 4 into 56, 16 into 16, 24 into 25, 16 into 41, 16 into 77. And you will see the transportation cost would have come down from the earlier transportation cost. This you will have to show that, see, from when we are proceeding further with the Modi method, transportation cost is coming down, right? Now whether this solution is the optimum solution or not, this will be checked by the opportunity cost again. So again we have to apply the same process of R1, K1 that we have done earlier. So now let us put their names again. Let it to be R1, this is R2, and this is R3, and above it is K1, this is our K2, and this is our K3. Now again we have to start with the used cells. So our used cells means our stone squares. So this is the first used cell, A1, and here this cell has been made by R1 plus K1, R1, K1, and its transportation cost is rupees 4. So our first equation has been made. Second used cell is this, B1. This has been designed by R2 plus K1 and its value is 16. The third used cell is this, that is B2, and it has been designed by row 2 and column 2. Its value is 24 transportation cost. After that, this is my used cell B3, and this has been designed by R2 plus K3 and its value is 16. And last we have C2, and this cell has been designed by row number 3 plus column number 2 and its value is 16. So like this you will be putting all the values of the used cells. Now once you put these values, what next? We will start with the unused cells. So now looking at this, the unused cells opportunity cost will be calculated. Now how we calculate the opportunity cost you have seen earlier. So this is my first unused cell. Now you can see this is the first unused cell and the name of the cell is A2. So we can write here A2, or without you can directly calculate the opportunity cost. So for A2, how you will calculate? For A2 we are calculating, but for that we need to first find out the values of R1, R2, R3 from these very equations. Now let us first calculate these values. Now I told you that you have to assume 1 to be equal to 0. So I am putting R1 is equal to 0. If R1 is 0, K1's value will be 4. If K1 is 4, R2 will be 12. If R2 is 12, K2 will be 12. If R2 is 12, K3 will be 4, and if K2 is 12, R3 will also be 4. So we have calculated all the values. Now just let's put these values in our table now. So our R1, we have assumed it to be 0. R2 has come out to be 12. R3 is 4. K1 4, K2 12, K3 4. So like this we have calculated the value of R1, R2, R3, K1, K2, K3. All the values have come. Now we will put these values in the unused cells or water squares. First unused cell is this, that is A2. For calculating its opportunity cost, 8 minus 0 minus 12. So 8 minus 0 minus 12. First opportunity cost is minus 4. For this cell is A3 cell. 8 minus 0 minus 4. 8 minus 0 minus 4, its answer will be positive 4. Now it is a blank cell. This is C1. Value will be 8 minus 4 minus 4. 8 minus 4 minus 4. It comes out to be 0. Again, this is the cell, that is C3, and its opportunity cost will be 24 minus 4 and minus 4. 16. So now we have to see whether we can proceed further. Yes, because there is one negative value existing. So it means this cell can further reduce the cost. Where is this cell? This A2. So for this cell, you have to design the loop first. So if you design the loop, it will be like this, this, and this. This is the plus sign, minus sign, plus sign, minus sign. See the negative corners? Which one is minimum? 56 or 25? Of course 25. Add it here, reduce it here, add it here, reduces it here, and make another table out of that. Now let's make another table from this previous table. So now from this table I am going to make this new table. So the changes will come in these four corners. So 25. So 56 minus 25 will be 31. So here 31 will be replaced. Here it was 0. So 25 will be added. 25. This cell will finish because earlier 25 was there and it will finish. And here 25 plus 16, it will be 41 now. Right? So like this, our shifting has been done. These values will be same because these were not involved in that loop. So now this is a new table that has been designed. So with the help of this table now, we will proceed further. So now again, we have to start this with R1, R2, same. So here I am writing R1, R2, R3. Above it will be K1, K2 and K3. So now again we have to start with the used cells that we call stone squares. This is the first used cell. So this is A1. It means R1 plus K1 and its value is 4. R1, K1 value is 4. Second is this is the used cell, that is A2 and its value is R1 plus K2 and value is 8. This is the used cell, that is B1 and its value is created by R2 plus K1 16. Then this is the used cell and it is B3. Its value is coming from R2 plus K3 is equal to 16. R2, K3, 16. And this is the last used cell, and for this we will write this cell is C3 and that is R3 plus K2 cell and its value comes out to be 16 now. So now from these values again we are going to calculate the values of R1, R2, R3 like that. Let's put one value, that is R1 0. If R1 is 0, of course K1 will be 4. If R1 is 0, K2 will be 8. If K1 was 4, then R2 is 12. If R2 is 12, then K3 is 4. Then if K2 is 8, R3 will be 8. So like this, all the values we have calculated. Now just replace these values in our table now. So our table is this. R1 we have assumed it to be 0. R2 we calculated, it was 12. R3 we calculated, it was 8. K1 we calculated 4. K2 we calculated 8. K3 we calculated was 4. So once we calculated these values, let's put these values in the unused cells. So for these, first this is the unused cell, that is A3. So if we have to calculate its value, 8 minus 0 minus 4. This is how you have learned in the previous table, 8 minus 0 minus 4. So this comes out to be positive 4. Here this is the unused cell, that is B2. For B2, 24 minus 12 minus 8. Again it will be coming out to be 4. Now again this is the unused cell, C1. 8 minus 8 minus 4. This comes out to be minus 4. And this is the last cell, that is C3. This value will be 24 minus 8 minus 4. And the value comes out to be 12. So out of these 4, is there any negative value? Yes. It means there is still a chance to reduce the cost further. Just locate the cell C1. C1. This is the cell. Just create a loop. I can see a very easy loop over here. This, and this. So here plus, minus, plus, minus. Now just make this table again by changing these 4 corners. So see, now I have redesigned the table and put the transportation cost also, because changes will be coming in the rims. So look at the negative corners. 31 is the minimum. So 31 minus 31, it will be 0. So then on the right side, 31 will be added in 25. So it will be 56 now here, right? Here it will not change because we are just passing through this. We are not making it a corner. Here plus is there. So 31 will be added in 0. So 31 will come here. And in the last we will reduce 70. Out of 77, 31 will be deducted. It comes out to be 46 now. And this is going to be same because we have not made any changes or any loop over here. So this is a new table that has been created. Now from this table, again we have to see whether this transportation cost is optimum or not. How to check that? By checking the opportunity cost again. Now for checking the opportunity cost, again we have to keep their names R1, R2, R3 rows, K1, K2 and K3 columns. So first of all, we will make use of used cells or stone squares. So first used cell is this. So that is B1. And what we have to do is, we have to see how this cell has been created. This cell has been created by row 1, column 2 and the value is 8. Row 1, column 2 and the cell's value is 8. Second used cell is this. This is A2 and this has been created by row 2, column 1 and the value is 16. Next used cell is this. It is C2. It has been created by row 2, column 3 and its value is again 16. Then used cell is this, that is A3. It has been created by row 2, column 1, value is 8 and last is this, that is B3. This has been created by row number 3. Sorry, here it was row number 3 only. This is also row number 3 because this is 3. Row number 3 plus column number 2, 16. So like this we will calculate the values now. From here again we will be assuming any 1 to be equal to 0 and then we will proceed further. Now let's just take R1 to be 0. If R1 is 0, K2 will be 8. Right? From here we cannot calculate till now. Here also we can calculate this. So row 3, if K2 is 8, R3 will also be 8. If R3 is 8, K1 is going to be 0. Right? Now we have the value of R2 and K3. We don't have that. R2 and K1 says K1 is there. So we can calculate for R2. It will be 16 only. If we have R2, we can calculate K3. It will again be 0. Now just let put these values in the table where we have written R1, R2, R3, K1, K2, K3. So to R1 value is 0, R2 value is 16, R3 value is 8. So these are the values we have got. For K1 we have got 0. For K2 we have got 8. And for K3 we have got again a 0. So these are the values. This we will put now in the unused cells. So putting the values in the unused or water square cells, this is the first unused cell. We will call it A1. So how to calculate the value? 4 minus 0 minus 0. Answer will be 4. First opportunity cost. This is the unused cell. So it will be C1. Value will be 8 minus 0 minus 0. It will be 8. Coming to the next unused cell. This is the unused cell. That is B2. Value will be 24 minus 16 minus 8. Answer will be 0. And again this is the unused cell. That is C3 and value will be 24 minus 8 minus 0, 16. So now we can see all the 4 values have become positive. It means we have reached the optimal solution stage. Now this table is our optimum solution stage table. Now these calculations are going to show us the minimum transportation cost. Now let us show the minimum transportation cost. Now this first is 8 into 56. Next will be 16 into 41. 16 into 41. 8 into 31. And 16 into 46. You can show the name of the cells also, and it is going to show you the transportation cost, that is the optimum transportation cost, which is the least possible cost. So 8 into 56 is 448. 16 into 41, 656. This will also be same. This will be 248. And 16 into 46 is 376. By adding these up, you will see the total transportation cost is 2744 rupees. You can check that at every stage. Whenever we have got a new table like this, if you check the transportation cost, it was reducing. Now this is the optimum stage where we have reached. Now cost cannot be reduced further. This is how the stepping stone and Modi method help us in reducing the cost to the maximum possible extent. So first apply initial feasible solution with whatever the method has been asked, and then apply any of the optimality test. Both of the optimality tests will give you the same solution. Thank you.